Onto sort of general culture and learning then. Quite a broad question, this one, I suppose, but would you say, either of you, that us sort of operating in the social housing sector, do you think the sector thus far has truly embedded customer insight into decision making, or do you think that's just part of certain parts of decision making still? Do you think these sort of different regulation changes, as and when we progress through them, sort of assist with that?
We've just recently had a new tenant engagement framework again, and we had TPAS in a couple of years ago. We weren't good enough with customer insight or with engagement with tenants or with involving them in decision making process. So we're probably at the beginning of that journey. We're just making those initial steps now. We've relaunched our city housing liaison boards. Now they've got a different name. I can't think what they are now, but they were very localized. They were very demographically not representative of the city. Some areas didn't have them. So that's all been relaunched, and we are trying to embed that now. But yeah, that we're at the very beginning with that really at the moment.
What's your take on that, David? From your experience, is customer insight generally taken across the board in terms of decision making these days, would you say?
Everyone's probably in different places. I think there's some places where it's probably working really well, and some places where it's been developed. And I think one of the challenges for me around embedding customer insight is when that insight messes with what you think. Sometimes we've collected data over a multitude of years, and if you've gone through mergers or LSVT, like large-scale voluntary transfers, whatever the background is to how the organisation ended up being where it is today, a lot of the data that was collected was probably just collected because it had always been collected. And I think when you're talking about using customer insight to inform decision making, it's about actually what is the question that we're trying to answer, and do we have the data to prove that? Now, every organisation will have a raft of data and a wealth of data at its disposal, and in some ways other sectors will be very jealous of the things that we have on record from residents. I think the key is understand what you've got and how you use that as an organisation, and there is no silver bullet for this, and I do genuinely think this is one that differs from organisation to organisation. And whilst we can try and have common data standards between us, how our customers view us and how they react to the decisions we make will differ massively depending on each organisation. So I think, yeah, there's definitely more work for the sector to do on it, to really truly embed that in a way that we would maybe potentially look at other sectors and how they do it. But I definitely think the journey started and in progress is being made on it.